Oh, good morning everybody. You literally just catch me starting to pack up, which is very convenient, isn't it? I didn't think that we planned to hit the record at that moment. But anyway, we are packing up. I've had breakfast, I've had tea, but I've still got the tea stuff out so I can have another tea in a minute. I'm really do want to. It's 9:30, so I want to try and get shifting a little bit now. Ugh. So we've deflated the mat. Lizzie is on the bed. This is out by the water. This is very cosy. This is very cosy in the sleeping bag, which in a minute we're going to have to pack. Obviously, it goes without saying, just make sure that you take every single thing out of the pack. Okay, so obviously make sure everything in the pack is taken out of the pack. You might get a few drips of water on the end of your sleeping bag, but there's not much. There's not much there. It's certainly nothing to worry about. So we'll put the quilt in first, and then we'll kind of get as much of everything else in as we can. And I think I'll just leave the MLD quilt out for the moment, so that Lizzie has got just something that I can, wrap around her, here, because it has cooled off. It has cooled off a bit here now. So I brought a lot of stuff that I didn't need. So this quilt, I think, is rated at 0. So I never needed the leggings or the legs. I brought the hooded merino top. I did bring it to try it, and I must admit I never got around to even trying it. I brought a t-shirt because I'd already packed that in, a towel, a buff. You want the dog food? No. I'll put it out there, let's see, we'll find it later. That's a towel for Lizzie. Oh. I've got... Okay, yeah, I found the other gloves. So I've got 2 gloves. Didn't need them. But it's just at that time of year now where I brought my nose thing and never used that. Oh. Right, that's the quilt liner, which I didn't use. There's one sock. I'm thinking the other sock is probably inside. I'll keep the quilt out just in case it rains, but I don't think it will. So the only stuff down there, that's my down booties, which I didn't need either. So they can go in there. This trip I just didn't worry about putting extra things in. It wasn't as if weight was a real problem. This pillow, I got this pillow in Sainsbury's about £5 or something, or whatever it was. and I used it in conjunction with another pillow, and I must admit it worked fine. I do find that I do need a pillow to lift my head up. So yeah, so this one here, this one now actually, this is an old X-Pad pillow pump, and it no longer, I think it must have a leak somewhere because it doesn't stay up anymore now. But it pumps the mat up. That can go in there. Right, that's her jacket. I'll leave a jacket out just in case I need that at the car. I'll put that at the top. I've got that jacket put on her. And really, apart from a whole load of bits and obviously all the cooking stuff and a lot of a mess, that's really the main stuff. All the other stuff is just bits. So we'll squish that down. Obviously I've still got my down jacket on, which is quite warm. Undercover. I put it on when I popped outside just for a minute. Right, so that goes in there. And then down the side, because this bag is so big, the mat goes down the side down there. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another tea and, slowly just start packing and tidying up sort of this stuff around here, because it's just a lot of mess at the moment. And a lot of that's my food bag. So I've eaten most of my food, so I can get food in there. What am I on about? So I can get my stuff in. In there. I think I might just take my shoes off for a minute so I can move around here a little bit better, because it's not cold. I put all my bits and bobs in there, which I'll sort out when I get home. So lots of loose stuff is now in there, and it's kind of in there loose too. If I was going a bit, if I was carrying on walking, then I would have sorted it out more. That's rubbish, so obviously take your rubbish with you. That's Liz's lead. Alright, I'm going to put I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the down jacket in that because it's not cold, but I got to put all the stove stuff in, so I'd rather just give it some rotation. That noise is the Optimus Nova Plus multi-fuel stove. got the chair. As I say, to be honest, if I was packing for anything further than just a short thing, then I would pack better. So that was what I used for the toasters the other day, and that is literally I think it's like the second time that I've ever used it. I must admit it was quite good. Whoever recommended it, I finally got it out camping, the Ridge Monkey, but it is heavy, so I wouldn't take that too often. Okay, so how I have been turning this off, I have just been shutting it down, but when you do that you leave fuel in the line, which is okay when you're not undoing it, but if you're going to take it apart as we're going to now, then you need to drain the line of fuel, otherwise you get a spray of fuel. So with this one you can turn it upside down, and now what it's doing is it's draining the line, and then it will go out and everything here will be drained. But it does take longer than the way I've been doing it, which is just twiddling a knob and shutting it down that way. But if you're not disconnecting it, I don't think that you need to do this. I think if you're leaving it connected, there. So it takes about a minute to turn off that way, and then obviously once you've finished, turn off the line there, turn off the fuel there, and then you still get a little bit of fuel. And what's the best thing to do? So question for anyone watching this, because obviously now the plunger won't stay down. What happens when you open? Okay, so that's on, and it's not, nothing is flying out. Okay, so experts, what you do? Do you undo it? I'll leave it done up for now. No, I won't. I'll undo it. Ooh. Ooh, it's starting to turn. Right, mind your eyes. Keep your eyes away, because I don't know what it's going to do. It might blow up. Even undone, it doesn't want to. Anyway, we've taken the air out of it. Do it up. Make sure it's off. Put the cover on the end there. Put the cover on the end there. Obviously, we got a little bit of spray fuel on our hands. Okay, alright, so yeah, I'm not quite sure on that one. That's we'll check on that one. Anyway, we've got hot water in there, and we've got tea here, so I've got enough for two. So I've got enough for only 2 teas, so I'm going to have this one. which I made while that one was heating up. And then we'll got some rubbish here. I'm gonna have to. I've got these pots. This is why I don't really like bringing pots. So I've got to find. I think I'll probably just put them in an outside pocket, out the way. I don't want to put them inside and get stuff dirty inside. Alright, we're going to finish that tea and then have another tea, and then we'll catch up again in a minute. Okay, so we've just got a little bit of cord here. We'll chuck that in there. We've taken everything out. I've got two coats on Lizzie for the moment. So walking poles, pegs, tripod, you know, thing, lead, everything else other than the shelter is in here. I put the rubbish on the outside. And that's the outside completely packed up. So pegs in there, Supermid there, raincoat there. Okay, pack on. This lead is a bit wet. It's definitely a bit cooler than when we came in. It hasn't taken us too long to get to the end, as it were. We weren't too far away. Lass is doing fine. So we'll definitely bring Lassie back down here again at some point. Not quite sure when, with puppy on the way and obviously winter and puppy training and everything else. But we'll kind of see how things go over the next few months and take it one day at a time, as they say. But she definitely seems to be walking a lot better. Look at that, Liz is doing tiddles and the lass is going to tiddle on top of it. Oh, you always say about one little dribble just so you can tiddle on top of Liz's tiddles, don't you? But yeah, I think just generally short air walks. I mean, maybe she's okay for a little bit further, but I really wouldn't want to be taking her until I was like really confident that she was okay. But you know, she's coming up to 11 as well, so I don't think I should be taking her, you know, too far. But she we're constantly diddling. But she, you know, she's definitely doing, it's a long one, but she's definitely doing, she's doing a lot better than I feared. And as I say, if we hadn't have had that strange episode, you almost wouldn't really know. I mean, maybe she's a little bit stiffer than, you know, than when she was a bit younger, but you almost wouldn't know that anything had happened, apart from the fact, as I say, I think she's just walking, you know, a little bit stiffer in the legs, particularly the back legs, than normal. But as I say, she's definitely doing a lot better than I was originally thinking about. Anyway, we are near the end, so we will sign off. We'll stop rabbiting and waffling, and I might do a very short 1 or 2 nighter early November, depending on when pup is due. It'll be 8 weeks old on the 8th of November, so I would be picking it up, you know, around about that point. I picked Lassie up when she was 7 weeks, but yeah, I'm guessing it'll be around about 8 weeks. But we'll kind of see. I think Judith, the breeder, she's had a few issues. I think it's something like 84, 85. She's not a young lass anymore, and she's in hospital now for a heart operation, and her husband just died. So talk about 2 things happening at once, and then obviously she's got pups as well, so wish her all the best. Anyway, I will shut up. We will do things. I'll probably do some videos at home in like November and December. Like I said, I'd like to try and do something in December with pup, but obviously then she's still going to be incredibly young, so that might be pushing it, but we'll see. You know, I'm not gonna commit to anything, and equally I'm not going to rule anything out. We will, you know, we will see. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. We're nearly back at the car. We'll catch up again, you know, sometime soon. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Go on then. Lizzie, up here. Essie, go in the water. Oh, Lizzie. Lizzie, come over here. Come on. Come on. Lizzie, come on. She can. Is it because it's wood or something? Lizzie, come on. Oh. That's a funny dog. Alright, have we got to walk you across, have we? I should have. I thought, well, I'll just go that way, then I won't have to pick Lizzie up. I thought, well, it'll save me picking Lizzie up if she crossed the bridge. But she, Lizzie, oh dear, unless it's over there now. Well, that plan didn't work at all, because I was kind of hoping that I'd go across the bridge and that Lassie would splash. So best laid plans and all. Go on then, Lassie. Go on then. Oh, good girl. Oh, where's Lizzie gone? Oh, she's gone over there. Don't go crossing that bridge again. Lizzie! Don't cross the bridge and crossing the bridge and then we can't get you back again. Come on! Oh, Lizzie! Oh, let's see. Alright, come on then, let's get going. Let's go back.